State your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, sir. Matt Hotard, 66 Red Oak, County, Louisiana. My name is Matthew Hotard. Most of you know who I am, but I'm also I'm an operator for the Kenner Fire Department, but I'm also the president of the local 1427, which is our Firefighters Association. Happy New Year to everybody. I want to talk about three things tonight. The first thing is, I believe it was in November, the mayor and his staff addressed our promotional pay, which has been wrong in the fire department for many years. In fact, it's actually been illegal for quite some time. The mayor and his staff said that they were going to address it. They were going to put so much money towards fixing this problem. And also, we were notified that our chief and that I believe the city was also helping to work with those to get those numbers right. The association, as well as the department, I'm sure, want to make sure that these numbers are proper and are correct when going forward, so there aren't any other further problems or any discrepancies. We did ask for a copy of that. I'm coming here to tell you that because I want to be extremely transparent to let you guys know and everyone here know that we want to make sure that we're working together with the department. Although I am part of the department, the association is separate, and we work together, the department, to make sure that this is right. Another thing I wanted to bring to your attention is we've talked a lot about the pay. Some of you are new on this board, some of you have been here for a while. So I wanted to bring you some actually concrete numbers to let you know what $892 looks like starting. I have a pay stub of a firefighter who's 4 years on, which means he doesn't make $892, he makes around $10 an hour. We have overtime built into our schedule, which has been a great thing for our department, and it's broken down into 7 hours for 1 week is 17 hours, and the next week is 24 hours. 3 different looks on checks. On this gentleman's 7-hour check, he brought home $396 in a 2-week pay period. That is with supplemental state pay, which some of you have talked about before in the past. That's an extra $230. Without that $230, his paycheck would be roughly $100-something. So I wanted to give you that. I also wanted to give you the high end. With his 24-hour paycheck, it's a little under $600, and that also has a $230 and some odd change dollars from our supplemental pay. So even with the supplemental pay on a gentleman who's making $10 an hour, who's providing for his family with his insurances, that is what a 2-week check looks like. That is what a pay period looks like for a lot of the guys. And the ones that are starting off that are younger are making even less. So I wanted to give you some concrete numbers so that you understand exactly what our men and women are making in our department. The last thing is I wanted to talk about an article that I read about the New Orleans Fire Department. If you don't know, the New Orleans Fire Department has made some pretty large strides in helping their department. And I wanted to read a quote from one of the council members from New Orleans. He says, an hourly wage of $15 is the minimum amount needed to keep an individual's food on the table, keep their lights on, and keep a roof over their head. The council member's name was Jared Bissett. Rising the minimum wage is a concrete step that the city can and should take to improve life outcomes for our residents. It goes hand in hand. If we can compensate the men and women that protect our city and allow them to stay here and trying to find jobs elsewhere, then we should be able to, it would also in turn help the city. Thank you.
Mr. Hotard, your 3 minutes is up.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Next on the list is Nick Zalva. Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Nicholas Zalva. I live at 802 Dante Street, New Orleans. I work for the Kenner Fire Department as a fire driver. I'm also the Kenner Firefighter Association's vice president. I'd like to speak today and highlight some of the surrounding departments' starting salary pay rates before state pay, as it relates to the competitiveness of this department in the market. New Orleans Fire Department, over the course of the last few years, will have gone from a starting pay rate of approximately $11.60 to a reported $15.40. Harahan Fire Department has gone from a starting pay rate of $8 in range, has gone to $13.50 this year. Third District, another neighboring department, starts at $12 after its first year of probation. These are just a few of the departments as an example of the direction we need to head. A Kenner firefighter should be able to make a middle-class living in a city they put their life on the line for from day one. From the time that rookie steps boots on the fire truck and is exposed to all the risks we know and accept as firefighters. With a starting pay rate of $8.92, this is a difficult task to achieve. The word minimum should not be paired with a progressive fire department. Staying competitive is vital to the long-term recruitment and retention of our city's fire department. I ask that we collectively examine how we can improve this together. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else that wants to address the council?
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
I should have done it right after Matt spoke, but met with the fire chief yesterday after an agenda meeting. The promotional pay plan that is almost complete. Then he's going to meet with these guys to show them exactly what procedure he used to come up with the rate of pay, the promotional rate of pay. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of adjustments made after they put their 2 cents in. But yes, Matt, and I encourage them to come whenever they can to address the council on fire pay and issues in the fire department, because it's not going to get fixed if we talk amongst ourselves here and nobody else hears, the problems that these guys have been having. And the surrounding areas have large millages that get these pay increases in all their equipment. So we'll have to have a long, hard look at exactly how we're going to fund the fire department and kind of keep them level in the surrounding areas. I always tried to keep the police department on the higher end of people getting paid around here. So it's kind of a challenge now when I inherited something where they're on the lower end of the area fire departments. But like I said, I encourage them to come and continue to make a case on their pay and equipment.
Well, Mayor Glazer, it's great to hear that, you're working on that with the administration. And as long as the communication with the fire department's included, that's the way to have a solution to the problem.